What's up, Maker? Do you want to see how I made this card? Do you want to find out the secret of not losing your shaker elements? Then you're going to love this video. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Hello, Maker, and welcome back to Sam's Signature. Today, I will be using the Loklik Idea Studio along with my Loklik Cutting Machine 2 to make an Easter card. I will also be making this card using the foil tool, which it will be my first time using it. I've had it for a couple months now, and today I've decided is the day. Okay, so here's my card, and I've got the words lined up here with this other shape. Of course, it's not grouped. So what you want to do is start off with the square shape over here. You're going to grab this and you're going to size it to 7 by 10 or 10 by 7. Okay, and then I like to do a 5 by 7, and then I put it over here. Well, first I type out my sentiment, and then I will align it, center it horizontally and vertically, and then I will group it. Okay, and then I will put this over here, and I will make sure this is on the 5x and 0 on the y. That way it's aligned perfectly with this one. And this is essentially going to be the inside of the card, while this, of course, is the outside of the card. So now that I have this all centered, I'm going to move this stuff because I'm not going to need that first. So I'm going to move this over here. And for the words, I think I'm going to use some adhesive vinyl, or I may even go with some HTV. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to get this back over here. I'm going to put it on the 5 and 0 position. And I'm going to ungroup this. And then I'm going to take this and set it aside. Now I'm going to select this whole piece, and I'm going to click Make. Okay, now that we have this all selected, as you can see, we're going to have a cut, we're going to have a score, and we're going to do the foil. Okay, click Make. Now we're going to place this within the perimeter. Now I'm going to foil first, and then I'm going to score, and then I'm going to cut. But I'm going to do it backwards when I set up the task list for it. That way it'll be the first task will be scoring or foiling, and then the second task will be scoring, and then the third task will be cutting. But in order to do so, we have to do that backwards here. So I'm going to choose cut first, standard cut, and I will be cutting the purple card. So I'm going to check the purple group. I'm going to select my materials. I'm using Nina Ultra Bright cardstock 176 GSM. Okay, so now we're going to, I don't touch, I'm not going to touch the force, the speed, or the passes because the Idea Studio automatically saves your last settings, and this has worked very well for me so far, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm just going to add the tag. Okay, now I'm going to go up here and check the score. I'm going to select the scoring group here, and since I can't choose my own materials for scoring, I'm just going to go with HTV Ron cardstock paper. All of these settings are already set. Don't leave it. Minimize this, and then I'm going to go up and I'm going to click the foil. I think I'm going to go with the bold tip. Okay, the black layer is what we'll be foiling. Type. I'm sure it's going to be the same here. Okay, I'm going to choose foil sheet and cardstock paper 180 GSM. And since this is my first time doing this, I'm just going to assume that these settings are good enough. It says recommended force between 8 and 9, so that's right in the middle. I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to add a tab. Okay, see, now you have operation type foil in the number 1 slot, score in the number 2 slot, and cut in the number 3 slot. So we're going to go foil, score, cut. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to insert my foiling tool into the machine, but I'm also going to insert the bold foiling tip into the foil tool housing. So let's go on over there and do that. Okay, so to determine which foiling tool we're going to use is each one has either 1, 2, or 3 dots right here. Okay, this one is the 3 dots, and that is for the bold. The one with the 1 dot here is for fine, and the one with the 2 dots is medium. So I'm going to grab my foil housing, okay, which is the black housing here, and I'm going to insert the 3 dot. So I wish it would say if these dots are supposed to be at the top or the bottom, but I think you're supposed to insert this part in to the housing, and then the duller side, yeah, because that looks very sharp and they all look the same. So I'm going to insert this part out. You even see I'm going to put these outwards, so the dots go down. The dot side goes inside the housing. So dot side in there. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in the machine. and secure the housing. And I've got the foil sheets here. And I'm going to go with some gold because my card is going to be purple. Okay, so now I'm going to place my purple cardstock onto a blue light grip mat. And I'm going to place it portrait mode style. Or landscape mode. Like that. Okay, and I'm going to tape this down. Oh, but here's the thing. How am I gonna... Oh, no. Maybe I do need to cut and score first. Yeah, because I don't know exactly where to put the foil. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score first, and then I'm going to cut, and then I'll do the foil. So I'm going to switch out my blade. So I'm going to switch this out. I'm going to use the scoring stylus. And then I'm going to load my mat. Let me make sure my machine's still connected. Seems to be. Alright. Load it up. And now I'm going to click start on the scoring operation. Okay, maybe now I can go ahead and tape the foil on there. I know I can't remove the mat because I don't want anything to get misaligned. So, how big is this foil? The foil is 4 inches. Alright, so instead of taping it long ways, we'll try to do it this way. And the foil kit comes with this little roll of masking tape. Try to get it as taut as you can so it's not as loose there. Try to get it taped a bit down really well. Okay, let me go back up here in my task list. Alright, so here we go. Wish us luck. Alright. I got it in the correct spot, I guess. Oop. So that's what we've got on the outside. So now I'm going to peel this tape off. Alright, well, it's kind of dull right there. But that's that. Now I'm going to cut. So I'm going to switch my tools here. That's not the tool I need. That's my deep point blade. I just need the regular blade. Ooh, make sure it's cleaned off. Which had a little speck of something. Alright, clamp it down, and now let's cut. Alright, unload the mat. And that's what we have. I'm sorry the camera looks like it's foggy, but it's really because you're facing the window, so the light is kind of causing it to look like it's foggy in here, but it's not. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to cut the next elements, which will be the egg. So let's move on to that. Okay, so now that we have this cut out, this foiled, and this cut out, we're going to go ahead and work on the egg. Okay, let's put the egg within the parameters. I'm going to cut, standard cut. Let's use the purple one first. They are different materials, so this is Nina Ultra Brights. Yes. Now, undo that. Select the gold. You want to cut this out of glitter cardstock. Pick your other glitter cardstock. Add the task. And then actually, I'm going to cut some acetate. Let me see if I can go ahead and do that again. No, it won't let me. It's fine. I'm going to cut some acetate. I'll just add that after these cuts are done. Oh, look at the task list that's up here now. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to add my, I guess my gold glitter cardstock to my mat. And then we'll cut that out. Okay, I'm going to click the start. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, I'm going to start the second cut now. And I have my acetate here. And I'm going to set some parameters for it. Okay, we're going to cut again. Purple one. Then let's see. I think we go to other. Paper and other. I'm actually going to try the stencil this time. I think I've been trying it with the PVC template, and that just, I don't think it's good enough because I'm having to do a few passes. So I'm going to do Mylar stencil sheet, see how that goes. With these passes, we're going to go down a little bit. We'll go with 2 first, and then we'll see. So I'm going to add the pass, and then I'm going to click start. Okay, and it did not cut, so I'm gonna run it again. Alright, there we go. So 4 passes, and we have that. Okay, now that we're done with that, we're gonna do our words. I'm gonna use heat transfer vinyl for this. Let me align it. Yeah. Here. I'm gonna use rainbow. Rainbow heat transfer vinyl. This is other. Billion. It definitely is. We'll just go with that. 6.4. I'm not sure about that. I'm just gonna go up to the 6.7. Go ahead and give 2 packs. Mirror. I'm gonna load my mat and load the machine and okay, I've placed it colored side down, shiny side down. Okay, load it up. I'm gonna check my blade, make sure there is some cardstock on there. I'm gonna wipe it off with my shirt because oh, my aluminum foil ball actually. I'm gonna poke it a few times. Gonna get any debris off of there. Alright. Looks like it did pretty good. Okay, and at this point, I no longer need the Idea Studio because now we are going to assemble our card. Okay, I'm going to weed this first. Except I want to cut closer to my design because you never know when I want to use strips of vinyl. I don't like to let any vinyl go to waste. I'm gonna use that for something. Oh no. I thought I bypassed the purple. Dang. I may have to do this over again in another color of vinyl. Let me see. I guess it's alright. But it's not really. I think I want to do this. I think I want to try to get up here on this blue. Maybe even this green right here. I'm not feeling this. It's just not sure it's going to be easy to read. You can read it really good on the camera. But in person, it seems to be a little more difficult. Let me see. I'm just going to cut this. I'm going to have my acetate, my cardstock. I have some shaker elements here, some little sequins, some chunky glitter. I have some foam tape. I thought I was buying double-sided foam tape, but it happened to be single-sided foam tape. So I'm going to use a stick of glue to adhere the one side of the foam tape, because I'm not going to let this foam tape go to waste. Yeah, it's more work than if I had the double-sided, but like I said, I'm not going to let this go to waste. So I'm going to use it. That's better. Now it can be seen. Yes. Alright. Okie dokie. So now I'm just going to I was going to clean my acetate. Clean my acetate. Gonna take some alcohol, piece of paper towel. I'm just gonna wipe down this acetate because it's pretty dirty. It's a piece that's just been sitting over here. It's kind of got dust on it. Of course, fingerprints as well. I'm gonna get a silicone mat for my glue, and I'm gonna keep this paper towel here so I can wipe away any glue so that I don't get it on anything else. Okay, now I'm going to attach the acetate to this cross piece. So I'm going to apply this glue all around the edge here. And yes, may as well go like this too. Okay. Line up as best I can. Okay. I have my trusty nail art brush here, which I'm going to use to kind of wipe away this glue that spilled out over the sides here. Okay, looks good. Okay, now we're going to apply the foam tape. I'm not sure how much I'll need, so I'm just going to apply the glue to the back here. Ooh, this is too thick. I want to cut it in half. I'm just going to clean my brush here. Some alcohol. I'm going to set this to the side so it can dry. It's looking good. Oh yeah, that's going to look very pretty. Very pretty on our card there. I think that's about right there. And I'm going to be using my HTV Ront Mini Heat Press 2 for the first time. And I'm going to use this heat transfer tape here. We'll fix this when it comes time. Okay. I'm just going to tape this down. Alright, and I want to get this set up. She's so cute. Oh, so cute. Look how cute she is. She's already on. Let's see what we power. Oh, well, she's not already on. 1, 2, 3, I'm sure is what we'll need here. Okay, I'm going to get a pressing mat. Okay, we're ready to go. Now I'm going to get my Teflon sheet. And we're going to press. You have to trust the instructions here. Holographic H 12 seconds. Actually, 150 to 160 it says. That's Celsius. I don't even know what settings my heat press has on it. Okay, so 2 is that setting. Celsius, 145 to 160 Celsius. So 8 seconds, I suppose. And this one is very small. But we should be able to get it all in one go. Alright, here we go. 1. And of course it's a cool peel. It's discolored my cardstock. Well, maybe, okay, it looks like it's, I don't know. Maybe going back, but you can see the press indentions. I expect it with glitter cardstock, but not this cardstock. It's just regular cardstock. Press it all out. Let's see if that fixed it. No, there's still indentions. Just wanted to use my mini press since it's never been used. And yeah, here we go with this tape. I hope it doesn't peel off my cardstock. So I didn't want to use adhesive vinyl because the transfer tape likes to lift up my cardstock and then have little bubbles or tears in it. But come on now. Alright. There's that. Let's see, it lifted up some of the cardstock. I like using heat transfer vinyl on my cards. And I like using permanent adhesive vinyl too, but it just doesn't want to work right. It wants to lift. Alright, now that we've done that, I'm going to score it flat. Actually, you're supposed to, no, that's right, you're supposed to fold in the ditch Do that. Take a bone folder and flatten it out. Alright. Now, well, let's go ahead and put this thing together. It should be good and stuck. Yes, it sure is. All the way around. So now, actually what we want to do is pour our fillings in there. A little bit more. Be careful with these because they like to stick together. Now I can turn this off now. Yes, this one doesn't have an auto off or whatever you would call it. Auto off, right? Maybe a couple more. See how that looks. Alright, I think that'll look good. So now we're just going to carefully peel this. Well, I am recording, aren't I? Okay. Yes, carefully because you don't want this to pop. And let all the things, shaker elements, go flying everywhere. I've had that happen as soon as the tape backing releases at the end, it pops and then all the stuff comes flying out. Okay, so now I'm going to place the cross element over top of the tape, aligning it as best I can. I'm going to get it stuck on there by pressing down, going around all the sides just to seal it in, and that will make sure that none of our elements come flying out. And yes, I've lost my microphone, so I'm having to do a voiceover right now, and that's why you can't hear the shaking going on. So now I'm going to place this in the center of the card, and we're going to prepare for gluing it. And as always, I'm just going to apply the glue stick all over the back of the card, making sure to get around all of the edges. And then I'm just going to adhere it to the front of the card. Try to get it as centered as I can, using the words and the edges as my guides. I'm just eyeballing this. If it doesn't look right, I can always scooch it over a little bit, because it will take a little bit for the glue to dry. Then just press it down, give it one good seal there. And there you go. Now you have an Easter shaker card. Very pretty. I believe when I was adding the foil, I should have went 2 passes. I did learn my lesson on that. And then as for the front, I should have just kept my heat press moving. That would have prevented the creases from being put into the cardstock. Maybe the next time I will stick the tape to my shirt in hopes that it will dull the stickiness of the tape a little bit and it won't lift my cardstock. But there you go. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Be sure to ring that notification bell so you'll be notified of future uploads. And be sure to check out samssignature.com to see what all I have in store. I have a lot of tutorials and other information in my blog you may want to check out. And we'd also like for you to come join us over at the HTV Ront community. You can visit loklik.community.com. Come by, check us out. Be sure to let us know that you came over here from this video. Also, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this card. Did you make this card? Tell me about it. I would love to hear your thoughts. That's going to be all for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm not sure what I have coming up next, but I'm sure it'll be a good one. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Stay magical, maker.